All right, friends, today we're going to be making some symmetrical winter gloves. What symmetry means is in your art is whatever you do on one side is exactly the same on the other. When you repeat something and make it identical on each side, it is called symmetrical balance. So we will be making some symmetrically balanced gloves. The first thing we're going to do is create a print today to make our gloves exactly the same. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. You are going to get a white piece of paper that's pretty big. The first thing you want to do is fold that paper as best you can right in half. So I'm going to line the corners up. And I'm not folding it hot dog style. I'm going to do it hamburger style. I'm going to line the corners up, and then I'm going to hold my hand on the paper so it doesn't move while I press and crease. You want to press and crease really good. Even take it, run your fingernail against it, because we're going to have to open and close this a few times. We're now going to open this, and what you're going to do is get a glove stencil. Using a pencil very lightly, you're going to trace around that glove stencil once. So we're only going to trace it on one side. Try not to get too close to the edges, just do it right in the middle. All right, so now we're going to start to make our print, and you're going to have at your seat the primary colors: red, yellow, blue. Later down the road, we can mix those on our painting, but for right now, we're just going to start with one color. You're also going to have some water at your seat, and I would like you to remember to please, in between colors, wash your brush. All right, I'm going to hold my brush by the gripper, and I'm going to be very gentle with it. I'm going to pick one color, and what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to trace that outline I did in my glove. But I don't want to trace the whole thing, because in order to get your print to work, you just want to work in sections. Otherwise, the paint dries. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to do just like the thumb area. I chose yellow. And I'm going to take my paper, fold it on itself, and I'm going to rub really good. You want to make sure I'm paying close attention to the area where I've just added paint. Now I'm going to open it, and I should have a symmetrical line, or pretty close to it, on the other side. What if it looks a little dry? Mine's looking a little dry. I can't really see it that well. Well, just be a little thicker with your paint. Go back over it, trace again, and then flip. And then you'll get your print. So I'm now going to go in. I'm going to work towards the top. And remember, you want to kind of be a little heavy with it so that the print works. Fold it over and rub. I do not want you to go in with your paintbrush and try to paint the opposite glove that we didn't trace, because the goal is to be making a print. And if I take my paintbrush and just paint on top of it, I'm not really creating a print here. So now I'm going to do this side, and notice I'm working in sections. Rub. Open it up. And I'm going to do the last few bits. So, and if at any time I have to go back in and retrace the original glove and then print again with it, that's fine. Okay, friends, so it looks like I got a good trace of that glove. So I would like to go in anywhere that I want yellow. I'm just going to add a little section of yellow. Fold to print. So remember, you don't want to paint too much before you print. Open it up. Awesome. Maybe I want some yellow down here at the bottom of my glove. Oops, I painted the wrong one. So friends, you always want to make sure you're only painting the glove that has the pencil line on it, because that's the one we're creating a print of. But that's okay. I made a mistake, so I'm just going to now try to rub that onto the other glove. Perfect. All right, I'm going to change my colors. Your goal is to fill all the white areas in on your original glove without ever painting on this one. So I'm now going to get blue. I clean my brush good, and I'm going to think about where I want that blue to go. Okay, let's see how that comes out. Awesome. So you're going to go in, paint this whole glove sections at a time, print as you go, experiment with color mixing with those primary colors, and then when you're done, we're going to let these dry, and we're going to do our lines and details the following week. Okay, friends, as you can see, I went in, I did my best to fill up every area. I just worked on that one glove and printed each step, and I even went over a couple areas after they dried to add a couple more details. So when you're doing this, I'm looking for, are you creating prints, or are you just going back and forth and painting the exact same thing? Because that's not a print. Are you cleaning your brush between colors? And I'm looking for, are you experimenting with all the primary colors? Because if you just take your brush and you just go over the whole thing with one color, it's not really gonna look that nice. You really want those vibrant colors to pop, and we want a variety of color. That means a lot of different colors.